Understanding Tai Chi. Understanding Tai Chi means understanding of Eastern version of the universe and a Western version of the universe. For instance, in the West, say for instance you have a Western saw. The Western saw, the blade, it cuts forward. Say you hold the wood like this, you pluck the saw, the teeth goes like this way. Whenever you push on the blade, it cuts forward. Now keep in mind that the saw itself has a certain amount of flexibility. In the East, the blade of the saw, the teeth goes backwards. So when you push on the blade, there's no cut, but when you pull on the blade, you could get a cut. What is the difference? In the West, you're trying to push a flexible object. It's like taking a rope and trying to push a rope. You can't push a straight line, but you could take that rope and pull a straight line. So when you do like this, in the Western way of cutting, you have to try to stabilize your hands as much as possible and try to get an equal pressure to try to push something which is flexible. But in the East, when you pull, you don't have to do any stabilization because it's very easy to pull a straight line. Same thing in the East and the West. In the Western Hemisphere, in the Western Hemisphere, what we think about is the limbs moving around the body. You know, we're thinking hands movement, just different kind of movement. In the East, the thought is somewhere else, meaning that the body moves around the limb does not move around the body. Doesn't seem to make sense. But if you do your arms like this, and you move your hand back and forth, you could feel the pressure in the shoulders and the neck and the back and moving the hands back and forth. But if you just relax the hand and let the shoulders loose and do like this, the hands automatically move by themselves, and you realize it doesn't take any efforts for the hands to move. This requires a certain amount of effort to move. This doesn't require much of any effort whatsoever. It's just swaying back and forth. The other thing too is when we do something like a single whip, okay, like I talked about before, the hands actually stays there, the body moves around the hand like this, isolating movement. When we do something like this movement here, it looks like you're pulling a bow. So it's kind of an archer position. You're like this. You shift one. This actually stays steady. And then you shift over, and then the hands and the foot moves. However, all movements supposed to stay within the heart level. Anytime you raise anything above the heart level, what does that do? Increases the heart rate. So the heart has to work harder to pump the blood higher. But if it's at the heart level, actually between the heart and the area we call the dantian, which is 3 inches below the navel, it means that the heart is more relaxed, and so is your blood pressure, more relaxed. But anytime you do this and lift it up, then the heart has to work even harder to get the blood that much higher. So in Taoist Tai Chi, what you want to do is everything is in reference to the heart. Your movement here is in reference to the heart. There's no high movements here, which in the full set, full 108 mode, there's one movement that we have that the hands actually goes over the head, and that's actually pulling the spine. We call that fan throwback, which is a movement that goes like this. Here, which is the defensive movement, goes over and drop to one side. Other than that, all of our movement stays within the heart level. Thank you.